Hello everyone, welcome back to another community game. Today we will be playing Deathmatch. Now these are a little more complicated settings. We're going to be doing a Deathmatch, a 3v3, with a 10-minute treaty. So this should be great. They're going to be building all their military and then they're going to annihilate each other at the same time, or at least I hope so. The map we are playing on is Fortress, and without further ado, let's introduce the teams. Let's start all the way on the right side. And just ignore this yellow. It basically means that opponents can't build here. It'll go away once the treaty is off. So we have Tomb, 1850 rated. He is playing as the Persians. Blue. So Tomb, his ally in the pocket position will be top low, 1700 rated player playing as the Italians. And we have Trajan playing as the Malay. He is 1900 level, I believe. So those are three civilizations. We have Malay, Italians, and Persians for this team. For the other team, we'll be calling this team Dobbs' team. The other team will be called Trajan's team, due to the highest rated players. We have on the left flank, we have Development playing as the Huns. Development 1600 rated, by the way. We have Dr. Slow, 1800 rated, playing as the Magyar's Pocket. And on the right flank, we have Dobbs playing as the Incas. Dobbs is 2K rated. He's the highest skilled player in this game currently. So, we have a 10-minute treaty. We're currently 3 minutes in at this point. Players are building all their military. This is going to be great once this treaty runs out. I can't wait. Oh, God. Players are walling up. That is a smart strategy. I can't imagine the strategy. They're already going to start trade, I believe. The team on the top, team on the bottom has a disadvantage here. They actually can't trade very well. That's very unfortunate for them, but it doesn't look like they want to trade anyway. Tomb's gone for the early market. Let's check his resources. This is a common strategy on Deathmatch. So right now, Trajan has extra gold in the bank because I think he's sold some of the wood. Let's check the market prices. Check the sell prices. They're still pretty good. I don't know if he's used this yet. I think he's might have gotten a little bit of extra gold. Persian's such a strong deathmatch civ. He's already going into these elite war elephants. But Dobbs has the perfect counter. He's already going into elite Kamayuk. So we're going to have to see a bit of support, possibly from Italian's player. The Italian's player should be able to counter out these Kamayuks. Granted that the Incas doesn't build any eagles. However, Paladins are pretty good against Arbalest. So we'll have to see how this shakes out. On the left side, we have some of the stuff from the Malay. They get the Condottiero, of course. The anti-gunpowder unit. Double walls coming up. Interesting, the team, Dobbs' team has two Paladin civs. That can be potentially very strong. And the Malay, probably one of the worst deathmatch civs, I would say. And if I was playing as Trajan, I'd probably go with some Karimbits. Try to get my population all the way up to 300 very early on. Siege is already coming out. We'll see how long this game goes once it reaches 10 minutes. It could be. This has the potential for a very, very short game. But then again, it is Persian War Elephant. So far, I'd give the advantage to Dobbs' team. They have higher scores at this point. I'm much more impressed by their army and their development at this point. But again, War Elephants, you can't count those guys out. So it looks like Development's going to be massing army behind his walls. He's going more defensive. He's even made a few mangonels. Not sure if you've forgotten that he's Huns, or he really wants to play defensive. Tomb is going to go full aggressive onto Dobbs. Now, Dobbs has most of his army in the middle. He's even building a castle here. Right on top of the hill. Nice position for Dobbs. We have 2 minutes left before the shit hits the fan. This is what I wanted to see. Dobbs is going to pull his army back. And Tomb has to be very careful with these elephants. We have a minute and a half remaining. Persians too OP. Well, the Incas have the perfect counter here. The Elite War Elephant. To the Elite War Elephant. Some walls from Trajan. He even has the walls here. I don't think... He's not going to get the villager through. They've already walled this very quickly. Very good decision from that team. Now, this is the strongest thing probably the Malay can do. War elephants, battle elephants, even without the armors, they should be fairly strong. Especially going against most of these units. They aren't archer units. I think the armor counts more for archer units. But without further ado, we have 30 seconds remaining. We can start a countdown. So this is what, 20 seconds real time? We'll do 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Where should I have the camera? 3, 2, 1. There we go. And the lag starts. Oh my god, the lag just went through the roof. Oh my god. Bit of anticlimactic. They haven't put most of their army in the same place. It's gotten absolutely crazy. War Elephant's doing pretty decent. No, they're getting cleaned up by the Kamiyuks. This was a bad decision too, and you gotta add some. There you go, heavy scorpions. A little too late. Maybe we should have put it on 250 pop. Way too much lag. Everyone's getting turtles all of a sudden. And who is winning on the bottom side? The castle's going down very quickly. And on this bottom side, the Malay are just gonna get swallowed up by these paladins of development. Here comes the siege rams on the left side. Through the middle, we have Dr. Slow's cavalry archers moving all the way to the left side. Too many onagers from Dobbs, and I think this is going to be a very short game. War Elephants did manage to clean up a lot of these Kamiyuks, but granted, Kamiyuks are much more cost-efficient in this situation. There we go, I see the res lags in the chat. Here comes the cavalry archers back. Onager's going to make short work of these arbalists. Can we see some good onager shots? There we go. Treyon's making some more halbs. They should hope to clean this up. But so many paladins. So many paladins from Dobbs' team. Not even funny. I'm going to look at the economy of some of these players. Not too much economy for Dr. Slow. He's going to have to work on that. On the right side, the Persians is just too strong, especially when you add these heavy scorpions. Tomb should start to push on the right side. The question is, can they hold in the middle? Magyar Post and Cavalry Archers, very strong, extra armor, extra range. And oh my god, look at these onager shots. Toplow's having a really hard time here. Blue's saying they have too many paladins, where you should have made more halbs. Not scouting's not an excuse. Sling me res if you can, Green. Is what Toplow's saying, and I think that's a good choice. I mean, the War Elephant's gonna be super strong. Why isn't Tomb pushing though? That's the big question. So Genoese Crossmen going to clean up Cavalry Archers very easily. Here comes the War Elephants from the right side. The game's not over, people. On the left side, Treyon's getting absolutely destroyed. And the good thing about the top team is they've already secured trade. Let's see if Tomb can make something out of nothing. He's going in with his War Elephants. They're getting cleaned up one by one. It's a massacre. Someone called PETA. And development is inside Treyon's base. Treyon's going in with some Bombard Towers. Looks like he's not going to get them up in time. Looking very, very bad for Treyon. Now on the bottom, Toplo is doing fairly well, and Tomb is doing fairly well. They need to support their ally in Treyon for him to stay in this game. Or they need to kill someone else, which they currently aren't doing. So pushing forward, they're pushing forward with these Genoese Crossmen. The Italians' late game army pretty good. But Treyon's base is an absolute mess. Look at his base. There's Siege Rams, Paladins of two different colors. Will Treyon do an early GG? Starting to secure some trade up on the bottom. But this combination's too strong on the bottom, on the middle too. Now Tomb, it looks like he's lost the right side. He's not as worried about that. Big lead right now for Dobbs' team. You know, both as far as economy, military, and trade. That's a big thing. So Treyon's gonna get completely cleaned up. Not enough army for this. Dobbs is saying he's gonna GB, or he's gonna GB. Yeah, probably should GB here. The Scorpion's gonna do so much damage on the right side. But here comes the elephants. How do they stop the elephants? And it's not a good sign that Dr. Slow's building so many Hussar when he could make more intensive gold units. But he's still working on getting his trade up and running. Meanwhile, there's nothing left of Treyon's base. His base went down in an instant. We can check Treyon's population. Treyon is currently at 15 population in a 300 pop game. Not looking so good with him. And let's see where this army of paladins goes once they're done with Treant. They should be moving up towards the top to help us focus on top low. And here's the second wave from Dr. Slow. That's so many paladins. So many paladins. More paladins moving across the map.
Yes.
Now they need something to deal with this these Genoese crossbowmen. None of these civs that Dobbs have siege onager, unfortunately. And I don't know if these civs don't even have bombard cannon too, so this is going to be very difficult handling Genoese crossbowmen. Obviously, Paladin's not going to be the best counter. Genoese crossbowmen do get an attack bonus versus them. So let's see if they can clean this up. Remember, that was a lot of Paladins that ran in here. But I think this combination is going to be too strong. That could be the one thing that brings them back. That brings them back in this game. These Genoese crossbowmen. But let's take another look. Treant's still at 25 population. He's going up with harbors. He needs to be going up with town centers. There you go. Town center in the middle. That's currently the only one for him. He has to rebuild himself from this one single town center. So as expected, the Genoese crossbowmen are absolutely eating everything. They have a few trebs here. They could push. They need to push into Dobbs' base if they want to do anything here. They need to inflict the same damage that Dobbs' team inflicted onto Treant. Now here comes the Paladins. Tomb saying he needs gold. They didn't bother to make trade. Now granted, they didn't have a great trade line to begin with due to the map, which is very unfortunate. But at the same time, they didn't bother to make trade either. And I don't know what... Treant is going to try to boom his economy with fishing ships, which pretty good as melee. Normally that would be a troll strat. So these guys not really going anywhere. In fact, losing a few of their trebuchets, there's no reason that should happen. Red saying they got no trade, that's correct. So I think they will be winning this game very shortly here. And Dobbs saying 2 versus 1. He's actually not getting any help. What is development doing? He's just clearing out these buildings on the bottom. Here he comes. Here comes development. He's going to go help out his ally. Yeah, it was kind of unfair. I wasn't expecting the map to be this unfair. This is your standard fortress. Why wasn't this done on Arabia? Because I chose fortress, that's why. Most viewers don't like to see Arabia over and over again. So 3 town centers for Treant, 4 town centers for him. He's going to try to get back in it. Now, unfortunately, development is just kind of... What is he doing? He's just clearing out these military buildings. And Dobbs is actually getting swallowed up a little bit in the front. A lot of army for 2. A lot of army for top low. Perhaps a little bit more siege would be better to push a little faster. So as long as development minds his own business on the bottom side, it is still a 2 versus 2. With Treant coming back into the game. Now this would be incredible if Tomb, Toplo, and Treant can pull off this sort of comeback. I didn't expect them at all. Looks like development is moving out. And he's going to move around in this bottom side. Is this open? I don't think so. It'll be open soon though. Here comes the siege rams of development. But progress is being made in Dobbs' map. Tomb saying get Halbs for his team to deal with the Paladins. Obviously the Persians do get good Halbs. What am I talking about? The Italians don't get Halbs. Yeah. And Tomb said before he doesn't know the civs too well.
Yes.
But Toplo's played this game very well. The Genoese crossbowmen is such a strong unit. However, the Paladins are coming in the back. They're going to clean up all these expensive trebuchets. Oh, this hurts to watch. And finally, development is in onto Toplo's base. They're going to come in and raid some of this economy. There's a good amount here. And a few pikemen for Toplo. More trebuchets should go down. Looks like this push is petering out just a little bit. Not without Dobbs losing his castles, though, but granted, again, this team still doesn't have trade up and running. Dr. Slow saying his units don't attack. Development save. Yeah, quite a bit of lag in this game. Well, and HD. Just regular old HD. So Town Center's gonna go down. It's gonna be a massacre right under Top Blue's Town Center. We get a lot of zero hosts on this stream, apparently. Nobody else streams at this time. So this looks like it's gonna be Toplo's and Toplo and Tomb's last stand. On the bottom side, Tran's done the best he could to try to reboom. The problem is he doesn't have any farms up. There's no space for farms. Just got loads of resources Dobbs can't spend. Now, at least half of Dobbs' map has been cleared out. Can't get the buildings up. And let's see how pikemen do against paladins. It looks like development's going to run off for the time being. Zero host is the best host. And this push is still going strong. It's mostly made out of skirmishers at this point, though. Now, if Dobbs could make a few Eagle Warriors, that would be best to help clear out these skirmishers. And in fact, these Kamyuks really aren't that bad. They have extra Pierce Armor, and these skirmishers don't have the extra attack playing as Persians. And look at the map right now. Look at who has most of the map. It all goes to Dobbs' team. Now, what development should do, I think he should come with the support of his teammates. Paladins with the support of Cavalry Archers is going to be much stronger than by themselves. My god, the lag is off the charts. So how much longer can Tomb's team hold? Can Treyon's team hold? I'm not sure. Still plenty of resources for Treyon. He's getting raided heavily, though. All of his progress in the last 10 minutes down the drain. How unfortunate. Dom's saying he still needs help. He's not getting a lot of help. We've seen a lot of bad teamwork this game, I think. Dr. Slow's gonna work on these elephants a bit. Try attacking the laggard. Well, it's not gonna matter in a 3v3. If one goes down, they all go down. This is funny. Look at Treyon's fish boom. He knows his civ well. It'll take a long time to get that going, though. Tomb saying go. They're gonna push on the top side. What I'm missing from Tomb is some bombard cannons, or probably even better would be siege rams. They would be even better than these elephants at clearing out buildings. God, the pathfinding must be horrible getting through these houses. Basically a makeshift wall. Another castle going up for Dr. Slow. Hopefully Dr. Slow will help support his teammate a little bit better. Pikemen coming in from top low. They're doing pretty decent. They're still pushing on the top side. And in fact, they could even get to the trade route. If they get to the trade route, it'll help to even out this game a bit. And Treyon is still alive currently. But still not too much military out from Treyon. He's currently housed. He needs to get more houses up. And these guys are really pushing on the top side. The power of the War Elephant. So the game's still not over. The scores are very close. Look at the scores right now. 1800 and 1900. Very close. These War Elephants are going to clean up these Paladins. Skirmishers can come in and help try to take out the Kamyuks, maybe. And maybe we see a comeback in this game. I don't know, it could be real. There we go. Elephant's gonna move in. Trebuchets should pack themselves up. Dobbs is having a really tough time. He currently isn't built anywhere else. This is all of his economy right here. Right in this general area. It's going to go down. And Treon, at the very least, is holding. That's the best he can do. He's losing a lot of military production, though, to these siege rams. And that's a big thing with this map. Space is a big problem for these players. And there we go, siege rams from Tomb. That's going to even clear this up even faster. Once they take this corner, Tomb and Treon's team can trade on the top side. Treon's biggest enemy right now is going to be his houses. Just build the houses here, man. Come on. Just build the houses anywhere. Who doesn't need much space? Yeah, well, he's got the space in the back. And the fish. What can stop this army of war elephants? Not enough Kamiyuks from Dobbs. And with that, they should go straight for the market, straight for the trade. This is a big problem. Tomb's team now taking the score lead. This is incredible. I thought this game was over 20 minutes ago. This is incredible that they came back from a situation like this. Oh, but just as I say this, we have a big mass of paladins in the middle. Let's see if Toplo can mass up those Genoese crossbowmen. Can lightning strike twice for these Genoese crossbowmen? Just able to two-shot a paladin. Incredible. Incredible stuff. And that is a good point. That is a good point that you bring up, low roll. Treon can actually spam two-handed swordsman all day without even any gold. And we know this team doesn't have a lot of gold. Now the question is, how fast does Tomb's team set up trade on this top side? We should set it up as fast as possible. Check the market prices. Still good prices on food. But players aren't floating a lot of food, I can tell. And Treon still is holding. Looks like the Genoese crossbowmen not able to clean too much of this up. Luckily these are Persian town centers.
Yes.
And they just need to clear out these paladins on the middle. So many war elephants from Tomb! I've never seen this many war elephants in my life. Alright, I'm lying. In a community game, I've never seen this many. Toplo saying kill trade. And here they go, they're gonna kill the trade. Even Treon is here on this right side. We can play next time on super fast with 500 pop. I think that's a reference to the lag. Yeah, we'll do a tiny map too. That would be great. On Fortress. So this is the big push. Let's see if this big push gets repelled back for Dobbs. We have a few bombard towers here that'll help out quite a bit. They absolutely need to repel this. Now we're seeing some Karambit warriors coming out from Treon. This is never getting cleaned up anytime soon. I think they have a good chance of taking this game. They need to set up trade. In fact, they may even be able to do this without trade. Which again would be absolutely incredible. Green is searching for houses. Now, at least Development and Dom's team has got some economy on this bottom side, where Treon's base used to be. So, incredible hold from Treon. Nothing can stop the War Elephants. Absolutely nothing. And that's it. Trade is GG. Trade is not running. Back in the middle, looks like the push has stopped. We're now seeing some War Elephants come out from Tomb into the middle side. We're seeing a lot better teamwork from these guys, in my opinion. And they're starting the slow pushback. Nothing can stop these elephants. It's absolutely incredible. And now the team's pushing on the middle, too. Yeah, Paladins won't get through stone walls anytime soon, though. Yeah, poor Dr. Slow. Here we go. Dr. Slow's finally making some halbs. Get eaten up by elephants so bad, though. The best counter to elephants, of course, is going to be monks. And we haven't seen any monks in this game. It's going to be very hard to micro those, of course. And yeah, the trade is completely stopped. Another push from some paladins. We have a few galleons here for Dobbs. And a harbor. Nice map awareness. Development saying ask for resources. Dobbs is asking for resources. Dobbs needs to rebuild himself. Where is Dobbs? Here's a bit of Dobbs. A bit of Dobbs here too, and a bit of Dobbs in the bottom left. So he's in rebuilding mode. But at the same time, Dr. Slow is getting pushed by these elephants. Tomb currently the top scoring leader. Look at Tomb's score. This is incredible. Look at his score. It's 4,000 score. The next highest is 2,600. That is ridiculous. And now finally Treyon's team has some breathing room. They can build a little more economy, build some trade. All while Dobbs' team gets pushed into the corner. Only if Blue could build a TC in the water. Great bonus for the melee. That fits with the theme of the Civ. Can't wait till the next balance patch where they put TCs on the water. Yeah, that would be great. Too funny game. Yes, it's a very funny game. It's gonna be the theme of this game is the strength of these war elephants, man. And those oh, big raid. But it's gonna get cleaned up too. Too many pikemen. And don't forget about the strength of those Genoese crossbowmen. They had enough when they needed to. Another paladin. Paladins are through for development. But looks like the team is on that. We see Pikeman and Haub coming out for these guys. And I don't know where these guys are getting gold at all. No clue. I want to check Tomb's resources. So Tomb's spending everything he's got. No access to gold. Let's check the market one more time. Food and wood are almost completely sold out. And the good thing for Dobbs' team is they are still trading. They've restarted trade on the bottom side. So I don't know how Tomb is replacing his elephants. I guess the thing is they're just not going down, but they're getting whittled away slowly. And Tomb will need gold to replace those. Dr. Slow saying GG question mark. I don't think it's quite GG yet. Development saying no. And I don't think it's GG because they do have trade. And trade is a big thing. And wow, did I just hear monks? Finally some monks from Dobbs. Is this going to be what turns around the game? The monks can counter out the elephants from 2. And this could be their shot to take it back. Currently we have 2/3 of the map belonging to Tomb's team. I don't think that Dobbs' team can get pushed any further. But will the monks be enough? Will the micro be enough? And there's really no reason for this team not to have trade. It looks like we have a few markets up for Treon, but they're not really doing anything. And they're gonna call GG, so that's gonna be it. I don't know what the killing blow here was. Just too many elephants, I guess. That's so many elephants to convert. Where was Tomb getting his gold? I have no clue. But what an epic comeback we just saw. I thought this game was over at minute... I thought this game was over as soon as the treaty got worn off. Man, what an epic game. I can't believe they came back from that. And despite the bugged map too, the map was so bugged in Dobbs' favor. We could not make trade. Yeah, what an incredible game. So let's take a look at the achievements. Tomb, of course, monster score for him. What's his KD? His KD is 1,500 to 700. Great KD. Best economy. A lot of food collected for Tomb. Let's check the gold collected. So for Tomb, 2,600. For development, 3,300. A big range. Treon, almost no gold collected, but luckily, again, gets those two-handed swordsmen, which don't cost gold. So the civs worked out perfectly onto Tomb's team's favor. And here's your timeline. If you'd like to see more crazy deathmatch games, please click this link. And please like and subscribe to the channel to support future content. I'll see you in the next game.